Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Hall of Fame and off-season 2025 wrap-up NFL pregame party. It's the first show of the season. It's good to see you guys. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. I'm joined as usual with my regular cast of compadres. I have John Das Wolfen, complete with championship hat and All-American Central Missouri University Mules shirt. Very cool, man. Yep. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. And Knock at the nth minute shows up. What's going on, man? It's not the Corona cam this morning. It's the sea salt cam.
Yeah, it's sea salt set. I'm about to get ready for lunch. I lost track of time. Put the bat on.
Oh no, Mr. Bill. What's going on, man? Good to see you guys. The season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
We got a lot to talk about today. I think we'll start with the off season and the moves that were made, and then we'll get to Hall of Fame weekend and all the inductions and everything. That sound good to you guys? Also, you know what? I don't know. I don't mean to put you on the spot first thing in the morning, Knock, but do you have information about college football that we need to know, or do you think you might be able to prepare something for us like that? Knock. He disappeared on me. Okay, so what we'll do?
I'd be back.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. He said he'll be right back. Is that what he said? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So he's getting ready for lunch, lost track of time. He is totally discombobulated this morning. So we'll get to the roster moves in the off season. Let's do that first. Let me see. We'll go ahead and get this going. First of all, I want to recognize Keely Chow is in the chat. It's good to see you. He says, good morning, everybody. And he says, here we go. That's right. It's time for another season, boys and girls. Yes. Let's see. Message to Jerry Jones. Pay Micah.
Micah jerseys don't sell enough. That's why Jerry Jones isn't paying it. Because that's all Jerry Jones cares about is jerseys.
Yeah. I that whole thing right there. I guess we can touch on that first. Let me hide this out of the way. That whole thing right there. If you saw his tweet and what's been going on, it tracks with everything every other athlete has said about negotiating with Jerry Jones. He never wants the agent in the room. He takes every opportunity to make sure the agent is not in the room. And yeah, sounds like Mike is getting a little tired of that shit. He's demanded a trade. I don't think he's going to get traded. If he does, they're screwing up. I mean, because I'm pretty sure there's only two guys that have had 12 sacks, their first 12 plus sacks, their first 4 years in the league. It's Reggie White and him. So you would be kind of screwing up if you let this guy out the door. You might want to court him a little bit more than you do other people. You know what I'm saying?
This is Jerry Jones we're talking about.
There's the argument. You're right. Yeah, exactly. The guy that knows everything, so much so that he fired the best coach he had. Or, well, he didn't fire him. He basically ran him out the door by being an arrogant son of a bitch. But anyway, let's see. Wolverine is here. He says, good morning. It's good to see you, man. But yeah, if he lets this affect, I mean, well, yeah, it's more of the same, isn't it? I mean, we've talked about it for a long time, how the Cowboys are not going to do anything until Jerry Jones isn't running the team anymore. Because it's just, he doesn't know what he's doing as far as trying to, put chemistry together on the football field. He just doesn't know anything about that. And you're right. He's trying to sell jerseys and that's it. He's more worried about the financial end of it than he is championships. What were you saying, Knock? I'm sorry.
No, just on a bet. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. Somebody had mentioned in the chat that they need to pay Micah, and I was just commenting on that.
Yeah, I was listening. I was definitely, I had my phone. I was listening while I was prepping, but yeah, I mean, hey, come to Denver. We'll take you.
Right. Anybody will take it,
Well, keep him out of the AFC West.
No. I think he'd like a nice introduction to
play for Jim Harbaugh, guys. You don't know. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Their division is so tough now, guys. Of course, John's a big Kansas City fan. If you've never watched this show before, hi, Connie. Good to see you. If you've never watched this show before, Knock is a huge Broncos fan. He would have a Broncos logo up there if he could right now.
He could let me, but
he's being handcuffed by the server I'm using. But anyway, yeah, Micah can play for any.
A physical.
I mean, it's a shame this is going on. Talent like that. But then again, the Bengals are doing the same thing with Hendrickson, aren't they? I mean, you wonder why these guys can't make it to a Super Bowl, and then you see what they do. Success is from the top down. And if you're going to treat your players like this, that's going to affect your locker room, and it's another chink in the armor that's going to knock you down.
You know what it is, Joe? You know what it is? Saquon Barkley is a bad influence on the rest of the league, right?
Is that what it is?
Yes, because when you get unsatisfied with your contract, he's just like, you could just leave, go to another team and win a Super Bowl. So now everybody's going to be like,
that's right.
With my contract, I'm going to go leave it. I'm going to go win a Super Bowl. So, I mean, way to ruin it, Saquon. God.
Well, I can
ruined it for the
why
owners.
The Bengals aren't going to make a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
He's on the downslope. It's unfortunate, but
I don't think he's on the downslope.
Well, he didn't win a Super Bowl last year, so
he didn't win a Super Bowl last year because he ran into a fucking buzzsaw.
Well,
what happened?
I mean, when you're at the top and you only go down, right? That's a downfall. That's a downslide.
We had a big hole on the left side. Let
me tell you something. The Patriots won 3 and 4 years, and then they had a little hiatus, and then they started winning again, right?
Yep.
I mean, come on, guys.
The Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 times, and
they couldn't win one of them. Yeah, they couldn't. Okay, let's see what we're talking about in the chat here. Achilles Chow says the Cowboys dynasty could have lasted longer had he not ran Jimmy Johnson out of Dallas-Fort Worth area. Absolutely. That's what I was referring to earlier, buddy. Absolutely.
When I did have some college stuff, by the way, but I don't have any with me other than the games that I want to watch in the first 2 weeks.
Well, I tell you what you do. I'd like you to speak. Really, what I wanted to speak to is the reformed Pac-10, if you can.
That was one of the things I had. I had a whole list of all the changes. There's not a crazy amount. Give me like 10 minutes that I can get.
Yeah, absolutely. Just dig it up while we're talking.
I created it. I created it before at work, but I didn't send it to me. I sent the games I'm going to watch to my email, but I didn't send my list.
Right. That's okay.
And then the other interesting thing, I want to show this before, like on the next show. I actually have a list of the amount of money each team makes in the different conferences.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The disparity.
This will be indicative of who's going to be winning going forward.
Yeah.
Boys.
So it's a pretty cool little thing. So I had that. I wanted to do that too, but I'll do the changes on the team.
That's fine. That's fine. Maybe we'll do the college thing at the end of the show.
In that case, I should be able to find it then.
Yeah, you should be able to find it by the end of the show. Let's go ahead and get into the roster moves. Now, I'm just going to hit on the big ones, but if there's any in particular that you guys want to talk about that's really big, I think the biggest one has to be here in the AFC North. It has to be Aaron Rodgers going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We all know about Aaron Rodgers' history last year with the Steelers. And I think we have a Steelers fan in the house right now. Yeah, it's Connie Cleary. Yeah, she's a big Steelers fan. I think this is a good move for them. I think even though he's not what he once was, if they get back to running the football, I think he's going to be very effective with them. What do you guys think of this Aaron Rodgers move? Start with John. What do you think of that move for Pittsburgh?
Well, since Connie's a fan, I won't call them the 5-12 Steelers. But
whoa! Let's put some respect on them, okay? They never go below 800.
They don't.
500. So
yeah,
come on.
Not since Tomlin was there. Go.
Anyway, I don't think Aaron Rodgers might. I don't think he'll do much. I think it'll ease spent.
Let me ask you this: do you think he's an upgrade over what they had last year? Both of which are with new teams. One's with the Giants and one's with the Jets. Both of them went to New York, where quarterbacks go to die. So
yeah, that's.
I'd say it's an upgrade myself.
It's an upgrade, but it's not like a huge upgrade.
Yeah,
it's let's put somebody in here until we can draft somebody.
Right. They've definitely been a loss since Roethlisberger left. Knock, what do you think of this move? And Knock is just paying attention to something else. He can't walk.
I was speaking. I didn't realize I put myself on mute. Probably because I was typing. I didn't want to type.
Okay.
No, I'm over the Rodgers thing. Either play good or not. I don't care either way. I mean, he's got DJ Metcalf, so that's pretty cool.
That's the one that kind of pissed me off. Being a Seahawks fan, you guys know I love my team, and we have decided to ship him there and take on a great wide receiver who can't play 17 games in Cooper Kupp. So, that's a downgrade in my mind on our
team. You guys
got
got rid of your tight end. You get rid of Noah Fant. He went to another team. Got rid of Rodgers. You got rid of your quarterback. You got rid of everybody.
Yeah, we did, and we took on. I think they're trying to recreate what the Raiders did back in the day with Jim Plunkett, and I just don't see it. Since we're talking about it, let's get to the Seahawks real fast. That's in the West. The team to beat still in that division, I think, is the Rams. It's going to be between them and the 49ers. But, I mean, just look at what we did here. Sam Darnold's going to be our quarterback. Drew Lock, at least, is going to be the backup, which I like. But Cooper Kupp is going to be – I don't think he's going to be the number one guy, though. I think it's going to be
MBS.
Smith and Jigba. I think that's who it's going to be.
MBS is going to probably – because he's going to want to get back on a team that he's only got a year to show him that he's worth keeping around.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. But, yeah, we've definitely downgraded at every position, if you ask me. I mean, Darnold had a great year last year with the Vikings, but I don't know how you guys feel about that whole thing. I watched him play, and he threw balls that I thought should have been intercepted 50% of the time. I mean, he played with Jordan Jefferson, and that guy's just phenomenal. He don't have Jordan Jefferson anymore, and I think it's going to show. I mean, I don't you know me, I'm a realist when it comes to the Seahawks. I really don't think we're going to have a good season. I really don't. I don't like the moves they've made. But getting back to that division up there where Pittsburgh's at, the rest of them pretty much are standing pat. They, now we did a whole draft show. So if you guys want to touch on any of the rookies they brought in, great. But as far as that division goes, it looks like it's going to be business as usual. Looks like it's the Ravens division to lose to me. The Bengals will push them. But if they don't fix the defensive side of the ball, it's going to be problems for them. We know they can score points with anybody. They got to keep Joe Burrow's got to be standing upright for 17 games too. And that, unless they fix the front line, that's going to be a problem too. And then you've got Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Cleveland has 50 quarterbacks, so they have none. Looks like who do you guys, here's a question. Who do you guys think that the Cleveland Browns are going to be starting day one? I think it's going to be Joe Flacco. I think Flacco is going to start the season for him. Yeah. I mean, it really looks that way to me. I don't know how Sanders is doing in camp, but every time I look at headlines, all I see is stuff about them trading him or something. It's the way that guy dropped in the draft. It was really strange to me. And I think it was lack of representation is why it happened. So,
no, it's the fact that you're getting baggage with Sanders.
Yeah.
You get his old man.
Yeah. Who, shout out to him. Hopefully he's doing well. If you didn't hear the news, his father, Dion, there's a bladder cancer that he was battling.
Yeah, he's cancer-free right now.
Yep. So. But that's a struggle, man.
Yeah.
Knock, who do you think is going to be playing day one for the Cleveland Browns? Or does it matter?
I don't know. Does it matter? I mean,
I think they're still going to be at the bottom, man. And it's a shame because that's a talented football team. They've got – we talk about teams that are handcuffed at the quarterback position. That's a big one right there. It has been for a long time. So, what's Keely Chow saying? Go Hawks, fuck the Thunder. What? Wrong sport.
Yep.
Doesn't really matter because the Browns have no O-line, no doubt, man. Let's see. Keely says, even the vampires and demons living in Cleveland in the Buffy-verse will say that. That's great, man. But yeah, it looks like it's the Ravens. The only team I see pushing them is maybe the Bengals. And Pittsburgh, God love him. Friggin' Tomlin does miracles with shit. You know what I mean? He works miracles with that team. They could, depending on who wins the two games they play against each other, Pittsburgh can push them too. Well, let's talk about what happened in your division in the offseason. I see he just keeps getting the old men to friggin' back up Mahomes. He's got Gardner Minshew. Backing him up and Bailey Zappi now. Wow. That's funny, man. That's funny. But it looks like you guys are standing pat. What do you like about your team that they've done in the offseason?
Well, I like that we paid our guys that we needed to pay.
Yeah, Dallas. Yeah, Bengals. Yep. But it looks like pretty much you're standing pat. The Raiders, we got my old coach and my old quarterback over there with the Raiders. They'll be better, but I still see them at the bottom of your division. It's really top heavy. This bunch here. You've got Denver with Drew Lock, or not Drew Lock, but what is that guy's name?
Bo Nix.
Oh, Nix, that's it. I always want to say Drew Lock because I'm just stuck on him because of the Seahawks. But let's see. Anybody you picked up in the offseason you like, buddy? I see Evan Ingram there.
We just No, we just re-signed Jared Allen,
Mhm.
or one of the Allen guys,
Mhm.
who did really good. So he's booked in. Nothing really springs to mind.
Yeah. What about the draft? Who'd you get that you anybody that
That
really
was
blew
like
your
3 months
skirt up?
ago.
Or
I don't remember.
yeah, okay,
I don't pay
gotcha.
attention to the off season too much.
Well, this team, the San Diego Chargers, or excuse me, San Diego. Listen to me, I'm still saying San Diego.
Yep.
The Los Angeles Chargers, they're pretty much standing pat with what they've got, but they've drafted a few people. They looked good in the Hall of Fame game, that's for sure.
Trey Lance looks scary for a backup.
Yeah, he does. Now it's a preseason game, guys.
Yeah, it's preseason,
But I've not seen him. I've seen him throw darts, but he threw some pretty nice in that game. Let me see.
Well,
I have
as I forgot where I posted it, but somewhere I said somebody asked what does what'd you learn from the Hall of Fame game?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, we learned that the newbies for Chargers were better than the newbies for
Right, exactly. If I was the
Lions.
Lions coach, I'd be like, shit, I hope we don't have to dig deep in the well this year, because man, where they fumbled the opening kickoff. It was
yeah,
that was bad. But I did want to show what we're talking about here. Let me do my magic real quick. Let's see, full screen. That one, and I'm sharing a screen. Now this is going to have no sound, but I wanted to show you guys a highlight. It was the first touchdown pass that he threw. This is it here, and they lined up, and it was just a pretty touch pass. And I've seen him throw darts over the years, but man, the touch he put on this ball, getting it over the secondary coverage and stuff, that was really nice. I thought that was a nice one. I really did. He threw it, and he's learning to read a little bit better too. He's not looking for the home run ball, because the second touchdown he threw was it was just a quick hitch route, something that your team would run, John, and the guy took off to the inside, 15 yards for a touchdown. Yeah, he looked good. He looked good in the game. He had a great game. But we really won't know about him until he's got to step in for their starter during the season. Hopefully he won't have to, because I'm a big fan of that kid. God, I'm having a brain fart. What is his name? The Chargers starter. Nobody knows his name, I see.
You talk about the quarterback, Herbert?
Mm-hmm. Herbert. That's it. Justin Herbert. I really enjoy that kid, and hopefully he won't have to step in. But what he did do was he put his name out there for teams that we got 32 teams now, guys, and quarterbacks go down all the time. So what he's really doing is building tape for other teams to pick him up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look at Keely Chow. He says, fuck Dean Spanos, Gary Beekler, or Nerdrotic. He says that all the time. That's the guy that owned him when well, he still owns them, right? Or did they sell him? Yeah, moved him to Los Angeles. He can't stand that guy. But anyway, I just wanted to show that off. They looked good in the Hall of Fame game. The Lions, I guess we can transition to that real quick. What did they do in the offseason? I didn't see much. They really didn't blow my skirt up with anything they did. That division, they talk about that division being a tough one in the NFC now. I guess we'll find out about that, man. But I don't know. That division just does not scare me. I'd be more worried about the Rams or the 49ers out of my division than I would be anybody in this division right now. Now that could change. The Bears, I mean, we just won't know about them until we start seeing it, right? They got a great coordinator, the guy that turned the Lions into a track.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, both running the ball and throwing the ball. They're phenomenal on offense. At least they were. We'll see how they do without him. But and he's taken over the Caleb Williams experiment. So maybe he can coach this guy up. From what we understand, from what came out after the season, that season was a wash for Caleb Williams. He really wasn't being coached, is what it sounds like. So we'll see what goes on with them. But we already know that there's a lot going on in camp there, and he's being, apparently, from what I understand, from some of the I watch Rich Eisen religiously almost every day. They are throwing the book at him. He's having to fucking study his ass off. He is being handed a rather large amount of information. So we'll see what goes on there. But don't know about the Bears. The Lions, they're really high on that defensive lineman they got. And we already know that they're getting their big guy back, the guy that got injured early in the season last year, their sack machine. So their defensive front should be pretty good. But they've lost both their coordinators, and
that's rough.
The Eagles, they've gone to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. And the first Super Bowl that they went to, they lost, but then they lost both their coordinators, and they didn't look good the next season. They fell apart halfway through the season without those coordinators. So that's a big transition. I know Campbell is really high on these coordinators, but we'll see what happens. I mean, when you lose both your coordinators, that's kind of rough. If you've got some continuity, that's good for you, but I don't know how much continuity they have here. But it doesn't look like they made a lot of moves other than the draft for wide receivers and whatnot. The Pack, same story there. They pretty much build through the draft and stuff. So we'll have to see how their new people work out. It's so up and down with them. And I know they think highly of Love, but I got to see more out of him. He's another one, kind of like the guy that we took on from Minnesota. Half of his balls look like they could be picked at any time. They really do. He's got talented wide receivers that they have groomed for him. And I don't know. I just need to see more out of him. You know what I'm saying? He's not Superman. You guys chime in at any time on these subjects. It just doesn't look like a lot of movement happened here, except for the Minnesota Vikings. Looks like they're going to go with the guy from Michigan that they drafted last year and couldn't play because of injury. Won a national championship for them. I can't remember the kid's name, but that's who they're going to roll with. They got rid of both of their quarterbacks from the quarterback room, and they're going with McCarthy. Is that his name? Is his name McCarthy? But yeah, of course they've got Jordan Jefferson. They're always going to be tough without. But I think this division's up for grabs. I think the Lions have won it the last 2 years, but with the resurgent Vikings and the Packers playing well, and the Bears under new, basically they're starting fresh with a really talented guy. That I think this was up for grabs. I really do. But no really big splashes as far as free agency in these, I don't think. Well, I didn't see him.
The Bears did get Joe Tooney from us.
Yeah.
Because we weren't going to pay him
Who is he? I don't even know who Joe Tooney is.
He's a lineman. He's an offensive lineman.
Okay.
He just passed him.
Joe Tooney?
Yeah.
That's him right there?
Yep.
Wow. They're paying him a lot of money. He must be good.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean,
acquired in a trade.
Good, but, he's old.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, they I guess they want some guys that can protect the quarterback there.
Yeah.
Killy Chow says the Bears are one of 2 reasons why it sucks to be in a Chicago sports fan. The White Sox are the other reason. I'm glad that I don't root for those teams. I hear you, man. But anyway, I didn't see a lot of movement there. Let me see what else we got here.
I feel like the Lions didn't have to do a whole lot.
They
right?
didn't. They didn't. But the thing about them, though, both those coordinators being gone.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
hurt
especially Ben Johnson. That's the one that, if I was a Lions fan, that's the one that hurts me the most. First of all, because he went to an in-division rival. And secondly, he made Jared Goff look great. He really did. He did something with him that homeboy out there in Los Angeles couldn't do. And he's supposed to be a quarterback whisperer, you know? So that's the one that worries me the most with the Lions. But hey, I could be totally wrong. They could just not miss a beat, you know? The East, I think what's his name that went out there? Didn't Diggs go out there? Isn't that his name? The wide receiver that used to play for Buffalo?
Stephon Diggs.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Stephon Diggs?
Didn't he go to New England?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
he did go to New England. I'm trying to think of free agents that went into this division that are big names.
If only there was a list that you can look at
If
that
only.
has the names of all the players.
That's what we're looking at, but I'm just
Yeah,
thinking off the
Stephon
top of
Diggs.
my head. That's all. I mean, I don't want to read
$69
every one of
million,
them.
though. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a diva. You know,
Yep.
what you gonna do? They're trying to get the young man some weapons. They've got their quarterback. We know that. He's just on a bad football team. They're trying to get him some weapons. So I think the big thing there is who they picked up at head coach. Vrabel he's definitely going to reinstitute the Patriot way. And it may not be good out the gate, but it will build into something good. We saw what he did in Tennessee. He probably wants to mold them in the same kind of thing with a great defense, a good running game, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, he's upgraded a quarterback from the what the hell is that dude's name that used to play for Miami that he was hamstrung with in friggin' Tennessee?
Tannehill?
Yes, exactly. That guy.
Tannehill.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think he's upgraded there. So, but the
Vrabel's
Patriot,
a defensive coach.
yeah,
That's his bread and butter is defense because that's what he played.
that's the side they're going to work on.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the Aaron Rodgers experiment didn't work, so they've turned to Justin Fields. Now, Justin Fields was undefeated, wasn't he? Whenever he gave up the reins to Russell Wilson last year in Pittsburgh, wasn't he undefeated? I'm pretty sure it wasn't spectacular, it wasn't flashy, but I'm pretty sure they were undefeated when he took over. You know, as much as I used to razz knock about Justin Fields because he was high on him when he first came out with the Bears, he wanted to see him do great things and all this stuff, and I used to razz knock about it, but I got to tell you, watching him play for the Pittsburgh last year, I thought his decision making really improved. That's why it wasn't flashy. He actually used his legs when he needed to, instead of doing it all the time. And he threw the passes when he needed to. He managed a game, which I never would have thought I'd be calling Justin Fields a game manager. You know what I mean? He's a running quarterback, and usually you see home runs out of these guys. And so I was really impressed with that.
Be a running quarterback forever.
No, you can't
Ask
be a
Michael
running
Vick.
quarterback forever. No, you can't. But what I'm saying is kind of like what we saw out of Trey Lance this weekend. I was surprised by what he did with Pittsburgh last year. And you talk about somebody that really became a good teammate. He did not bitch 1 second about Russell Wilson being given the reins. He didn't bitch at all. He did nothing but be a good teammate to him. And so I know it sounds crazy, but I'm actually pulling for Justin Fields to do well with the Jets.
Yeah.
Even though I can't stand any team with a New York moniker, that guy I could root for. After watching him last year and finding out a little bit more about him, it was really good to see him do well. Knock, you were a big fan of this guy coming out of the draft. What did you think of how he did for the Pittsburgh Steelers last year?
Yeah, I don't know why they benched him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have.
Right. if he's improving, why not just let him keep growing and stay in the, it's the Russell Wilson effect, man. He's such a rah-rah guy. He gets people to, do whatever he wants, and it just doesn't work well. I don't think anyway. John, do you think he's going to do well with the Jets? I like, this is another one of the Lions assistants that left.
Yep.
He's the new head coach, defensive minded. This could be the guy for him. What do you think?
I think they're going to do better than Pittsburgh. I think that because they picked up Garrett Wilson, didn't they?
Who, the Jets?
Yeah.
Did they? Is he back there?
You mean his they picked up his contract?
Yeah.
Or they picked up his optional year? They're talking about the wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh.
I blew a microchip there. Whenever you said that, I was thinking Zach for some reason, not Garrett.
Not
yeah.
Zach Allen.
Yeah. Let me check the roster thing real quick. Let me bring that up. Should say on here.
Yeah, they still got Garrett. Yeah. They got
Garrett Wilson's there. Huge amount of money. Yeah.
Yeah, but they got it. They got him a decent target. They
Mm-hmm.
kept Wilson for him.
Yeah.
The other two I don't recognize for sure.
Yeah.
Looks like Josh Reynolds. Well, $5 million. That's not that much for.
That's nothing. Yeah. I don't even know who these two guys are, but Garrett Wilson's huge for that guy.
I recognize Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think he might have been on the Jets before, but I'm not sure.
But yeah, I think they'll do well. I mean, they're not gonna get the first pick in the draft. Let's just put it that way.
No, they're not. And I think the problem last year was their defense fell off badly.
Yeah.
Whenever they fired the head coach, that side of the ball just went to shit. It really did.
Well, anytime you make a big change like that, it affects the whole team.
But this is the defensive-minded coach coming in, so and the cupboard's not bare on the defensive side, so
Nope.
I think he'll get them in shape pretty damn fast. So yeah, I think things are going to be better there. I think New England's going to end up last here. It might be the Dolphins though, because I don't know, man. They've got, when this team's healthy, they're hard to stop, but you can't count on them being healthy at all.
It's just a matter of time before Tua gets another concussion.
Yes, it is. And my wife's been hearing, she tells me all the time, she reads articles about the Dolphins all the time. And she said the backup's doing really well, the guy that drafted this year. So
he'll get a lot of playing time.
Yeah, he may.
Well, when you want to stay healthy, Joe, what you want to do is you want to coax a tight end out of retirement and have him, come to your team. That's how you get healthier. Get a guy who's been beat up his whole career.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, that's kind of silly.
But, yeah, and the thing is, the Dolphins, their main wide receiver is not a happy camper.
No, he's not at all, and he tends to get in trouble too. So yeah, the locker room's not going to be good with this team. I think this is the last year of their head coach's tenure. I think he's going to be gone at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I just don't see them doing anything really spectacular. And like I said, I don't see any big free agency pickups that's going to make things different. You know what I mean? They got Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah, that's great. But who else do they have on that defense? They got one pass rusher that can't stay healthy. So, and that's if Phillips is still with them. I think he is, but he plays like 2 games and then he's out for the season. I mean, and when he does step back on the field, he tweaks it again. I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't see much out of the Dolphins. I hate to say it, but they're soft. They're a soft football team. They just are.
SAWFT.
Yes, SAWFT. And then you've got the Buffalo Bills, who these guys, they're infuriating to me because, first of all, you guys know I can't stand this franchise. But the thing that's becoming more infuriating for me to watch, I'm actually, Josh Allen looks to me like almost exactly like John Elway. That's what he seems to be to me. And that may be his career path. It may be he has to be a 35-year-old guy before he gets a team around him that can win. Because God love him, I've blamed him for a lot of the idiot mistakes that he makes in the playoffs and stuff, but he didn't make any idiot mistakes this time and they still lost. So, that's now I feel sorry for him. You know what I mean? Now I might actually root for him in a game against the Ravens, and wow. I don't know if you guys have seen the schedule, but wow. Opening up, we've got those guys on a Sunday night. These two right here, Buffalo and the Ravens. The team, the game that's probably going to have a lot to say about home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and we got it right out the gate. That is got to tip your cap to the schedule makers on that one. You guys have got a tough one too, and you're not even playing. Neither one of you are playing at home, right? The Chiefs are playing down in Brazil.
Yeah, we're
right?
playing the Chargers down in Brazil.
Playing the Chargers, man, dude, that's crazy. But yeah, we got these guys and the Ravens out the gate. But once again, I don't see any big pickups. I don't see anything huge. You look at these wide receiver names, there's nobody huge here.
That Shakir is a good one. That's a great re-sign.
Yeah, they needed somebody.
He's really good.
Yeah.
And they got did that say scroll down?
Sure.
Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa on the defensive side.
Might be a little older, but he's still big name.
Bosa.
Did they get now? Is Von Miller still there?
No. You haven't done the NFC East yet, have you?
No.
Yeah, so you'll see where he went.
Okay. All right. Well, that's obviously his replacement. The guy with the experience to come off the edge, right? That's good stuff. Absolutely. But other than that, I don't see anything huge that they picked up,
DeMar Hamlin, he's basically just going to be there for life now.
Oh yeah,
even if they don't use him.
He's the poster child for guts. You know this, man.
Yeah.
That certain guys you're going to have forever. And shoot, I would imagine in the Buffalo area, he is a huge celebrity. He probably does endorsements all over the place.
He's like, I don't want to go anywhere. Just pay me whatever.
Right? Just pay me whatever.
I'm set for life here.
Right? That's it.
He's the Rudy of the Buffalo Bills.
Except I heard Rudy's a douchebag, so I'm hoping he's not the Rudy of for real.
Well.
Yes, Keely.
I don't know.
Yes, Keely Chow. The schedule makers did us some treats, didn't they? Opening night Thursday, it's the Cowboys and the Eagles.
When we get into college, I guess I got a pretty good lineup for you too. For their first official week. So
we're gonna get into that.
And I know. Just saying. Yeah. I feel like between the NFL and college, we're gonna be eating good here at the start.
Yeah, we are gonna be eating good early, no doubt. Let's see. What other divisions have we not talked about yet? We got the North. We got
NFC
the
East.
I'm just looking. We haven't talked about the South and the AFC, but you want to get to the East. Let's go there.
Yeah,
Dallas, they can't pay Micah Parsons. So what do I want to even talk about this team for? I'm tired of seeing these stories. I really am. George Pickens, probably their biggest off-season acquirement. They traded for him.
I do like Joe Milton. He did good coming in. Always looked good in the preseason.
Yeah, and he's a good backup for this team. You notice they have guys that can make plays with their feet. Backing up Dak Prescott. Of course, last year it was Trey Lance. But yeah, I'm with you on that. That's a good backup. But
good veteran running backs too.
Let's see.
Miles Sanders, he was a hot ticket. He ended up going to Carolina, where everyone goes to die.
Yes.
And then Javonte Williams, he was with the Broncos. We drafted him, but unfortunately, he never reached the expectations. But he got hurt a good amount. But potentially not a bad couple pieces there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Especially if you get their max production, which they may or not.
To me, with them, it's all about the defensive side. They need to get better. They look like crap on the defensive side. They can't stop anybody. And as much as I think they need to pay Micah Parsons, I think you just use him in spots, man, because if you watch him play, he really is a one-trick pony, man. He does not play the run well at all. His job is to eat quarterbacks, and he's good at it. So pay that man to do that and find another way to stop the running game, which you're going to have to do if you're opening up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go ahead and talk about them real quick. They, of course, they made the biggest splash in the offseason last year, and they gave him a 2-year extension. Oh, my God. This guy is phenomenal. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I heard as one of his unfortunately, some of his incentives include he has to do 2 backward hurdles. Well, I don't know. I think he can do it, but he's got to make 2.
When you get a move put into the Madden game,
right?
You've done something. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna be so mad when I see that happen to me in Madden.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Or Mahomes Superman throw.
What's that?
Mahomes Superman throws in there.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
They added that, just like the OBJ catch, and yeah.
I want them to add Bernie Kosar's sidearm slinging. That's what I want to see in there. That's what I want to see. But anyway, this team, look, they're the team to beat right now. They beat you up on both sides of the ball, and we'll see if that continues. I'm not sure how they did with their coordinators last year. I think they're both still there. I don't think they went anywhere, but we'll find out how they do after winning a championship. Jalen Hurts.
Departures.
What's that?
Click the departures.
Sure. Let's see who left. Kenny Pickett left. Oh my God, they're going downhill.
No, they traded him to the Browns for that Thompson guy.
Yeah.
I think that was a good trade.
Uzma's gone.
Yeah, these names right here just.
Okay. Josh Sweat. I think he was on the.
Josh Sweat. Now that's
he's on the Commanders for a while.
Yeah, he's. Well, I think they drafted him. Yeah. And then he came here and won a ring.
And then didn't want to pay him.
And didn't want to pay him, so he's in Arizona now.
Slay's gone.
I'm trying to see what else. A lot of their secondary. Yep. Darius Slay is with the Steelers now. I did not know that. Wow.
Vrabel went.
Gardner Johnson traded to the Texans.
Vrabel wants to build a defense.
Mm-hmm. Milton Williams. Yeah. Milton Williams is already hurt, though, from what I understand. I saw an article about that the other day. But, yeah, man.
You'll have to go back to get back to the new stuff.
A lot of defensive names gone there. A lot of big defensive parts. So we'll see. We'll see if they can hold serve. Looks like if you're in the East and you can muster some offense, you might be able to run with these guys. Because it's 1st and 9 every time they get the ball. We know this. So, they've mastered that. And what's funny is, to me, didn't they petition to end that tush push in the offseason and they didn't pass it? I'm so glad. I'm so glad they didn't.
Some teams got together and tried to ban it.
Yeah, I think the Packers were leading the friggin' charge on that too, if I remember correctly. The Packers were.
I hate it. I hate the tush push, but the realization should be that teams need to learn how to defend it.
Yeah, you need to learn how to play goal line defense. Yeah, and you
even
have
Chris
to do
Jones
it
couldn't figure it out.
Oh, Chris Jones will have it figured out.
Yeah,
he didn't have it figured out. He hurt his neck when they tried to stop him. He hurt himself trying to stop it.
Yeah.
Well, boys and girls, the fan of the channel, who you don't know his name, we have to introduce him, and he's here.
There are some who call me Tim.
That's right. Tim is in the house. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. We're talking the off-season moves right now, and it's going to be the first hour of this show. We're looking at the roster moves and everything, seeing what we like, what we don't like. But the big thing we're seeing here with the Eagles is they've lost a lot of defensive talent. But hey, as long as it's first, like I said, 1st and 9 every time they get the ball, as long as they get a middle of the road defense, it's going to be tough to stop this team. And you've got the New York Sack Giants. They are kind of like the Dolphins, if you ask me. They think they've got a good coach, and he just hasn't been able to turn things around for them because they're hamstrung at the quarterback position or whatever. And they picked up Russell Wilson and
Jameis Winston and Jameis
Winston. They're getting every retread there is, except for Tommy DeVito has been with him. DeVito has been with him.
It's another guy that's pretty famous there. They can keep him there forever if they wanted to. He's New York.
Absolutely. He should have never fired his agent, by the way. His agent looked like a pimp, man. He looked like a gangster,
Probably why he had to fire him.
Right? It's probably it.
NFL was like, we don't want
to get the spotlight off of me, man. See ya. But
somebody saw him on the TV and was like, we got to break that guy's legs.
Yeah. Let's face it. They're going to be recovering from letting a first ballot Hall of Famer out of the house for a while. They're going to be dealing with that for a while. Russell Wilson is not going to be the answer for them. I love Russ. He made the most of his time in Seattle. And once he got to Denver, we found out he's not very coachable. He's a one-trick pony, guys. He runs around and waits until somebody gets open and throws the ball. Well, he's an old man now and he can't run around. So that doesn't work very well when you're an old man, Denver found out that the hard way. Pittsburgh found out about it last year, and the Giants get to find out about it this year. And it's a shame because they have a good defensive team. They've got, what's that pass rusher's name that's really good for them? He's pretty damn awesome. I can't remember his name, but what's that?
Thibodeau?
Yeah, Thibodeau's really good. I enjoy watching that guy play. If you're a fan of offensive and defensive line, that is a highlight for you. Let me tell you. Tim says an old man Joe should know about it. Yeah, that for sure. I can't run around like I used to, man. I'm 60 now. I can't do that. But they're going to end up
doing it.
What is it?
Pete Carroll's doing it. He's running sprints
Pete Carroll's
up there.
doing it, but he ain't doing it on the field, is he?
No. I mean, he's doing it on a field.
Well, so you're telling me you think the Raiders are going to get better this year? You think
I hope not. I mean, they got Ashton Genty, which pisses me off.
Yeah, Genty. I forgot to mention that. I know that must piss you off badly. The Boise State Bronco ended up going to the Raiders, and hell of a talent. And for sure he's going to get numbers because Pete loves to run the football. You know that, Knox. So at least your boy is going to get experience there. But yeah, I just don't see them getting better. But anyway, another team I just don't think is going anywhere is the New York Giants. I think we've talked about everybody here.
No,
the Commanders. Yes. We got another disgruntled teammate of the young phenom in Mr. McLaren.
Well, he's 30. I don't know if you call him. I don't know what you consider young in NFL.
No. I meant I'm talking about the quarterback. He's young. I said he's a disgruntled teammate. That's what I meant. The youth was directed at the quarterback. Anyway, I don't know why he wants out of there. Really don't.
Well, he wants money.
Yeah,
and they don't want to pay a 30-year-old, money.
Is that what it is? Okay.
They paid Samuels. Well, I guess it's just a trade, but yeah, he gets.
That was a trade.
They just took on his contract.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin has been with that team for what, 8 years now? He's suffered with them in some really bad times, and I believe he deserves to get paid. He showed out every game he was in last year with this with Jaden Daniels learning the ropes and everything, and I think they should pay. But we'll see what happens there. They, of course, their biggest pickup was Deebo Samuel, and that's a hell of a pickup right there. This makes me think they're going to lean more into the read option side of things with Jaden Daniels and throw him in the mix as far as, I don't – do you see them lining him up as a running back like the Niners did? Or do you think it's going to be more jet sweeps? What do you think?
I mean, I imagine it's the reason they got him is to be a gadget player.
Yeah.
But I don't see why they wouldn't. Be kind of stupid to get him specifically.
Yeah.
We weren't planning to do something like that with him.
Yeah.
But scroll down to the defense there, Joe.
Sure.
Von Miller.
No shit.
He's joining their Bobby Wagner.
Man.
Bobby Wagner and Von Miller back there. The old dogs. Each got a Super Bowl.
Is Bobby Wagner still playing?
He did a 2-year deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he did a 2-year
and he didn't
deal.
retire in the offseason. Wow.
I don't believe so.
Another first ballot Hall of Famer, boys and girls.
But I want to see Bobby Wagner and Von Miller back there in the field, tearing it up.
You want to talk like a Boston guy. Talk about
I don't know why. Yeah, Bobby Wagner. That just
awesome,
comes out.
Man. That's awesome. That is really great. Von Miller he's one of my favorite players ever since we got to know him in Denver. The smiling guy with the shit kicker wardrobe. He's got a cowboy hat and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he's still showing active.
Yep. Oh, you're talking about
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know how I feel about Bobby Wagner, man.
Yeah.
That's the man. They talk all about Richard Sherman and the Legion of Boom. You got to have a middle linebacker to quarterback that shit, and he did it. He was awesome. He really was. And I loved watching him. I mean, let's see, with the Rams, his big highlight was blowing up a streaker. Guy that ran on the field during the game. Did you guys see that when he was with the Rams? Yeah. Oh, he went running close to Bobby, and Bobby just fucking decked the guy, man. He took him out. I put his shoulder right in the guy's stomach. It was ridiculous. But anyway, let's see. Tim says a first ballot Hall of Famer, something Joe is not. He's a second ballot Hall of Famer. Thank you. At least I'm a Hall of Famer. I appreciate it, bro. But I'm looking for good things out of Washington this year. They made it all the way to the NFC Championship game. They knocked off the Lions, for God's sake, man. It was a division rivalry there at the end, and they just didn't have enough in the tank.
Last year they were the paper Lions. So
yeah, I think they're good. Jaden Daniels, I think, is going to do nothing but get better. I don't expect a sophomore slump out of him or anything. The kid's playing like a 5-year veteran right out the gate. So it's nothing but upside. This Terry McLaurin thing concerns me, man.
Yeah. Just get rid of the weapons that helped him last year. Yeah, sure.
Right. Yeah. That concerns me. You need to re-sign that guy.
Well, the thing is, though, him being disgruntled can affect, just like with Tyreek Hill in Miami.
Yes, just like we talked about the Dolphins. It all has to do with chemistry. If you're going to make it all the way to the end, things got to go right. And some teams, they can have things go wrong as long as they stay together as a core unit. As long as it's not stuff between players and the organization. I guess I need to put it that way.
Yeah.
As long as it's not that kind of thing. If it's just injuries and stuff, I mean, look what the Lions did last year, and they lost their entire defense almost from top to bottom. I don't think one defensive player finished the season with them.
I will say Washington has had a rookie sensational year before, and then the guy was out of the league 5 years later. So,
yep.
Let's temper expectations here a little bit because you never know what may happen.
Yep, you don't. But yeah, that thing with McLaurin, they need to get that cleaned up quick. They don't need to let that fester. The longer these things fester, it becomes a locker room issue, doesn't it, guys? Yep. I would imagine it does. The Bengals with Hendrickson, I don't understand that one. He's been their defensive player for how long now? I mean, you see him every game. Okay, AFC South is one we haven't touched on. This one's wide open, if you ask me. Now the Texans, from top to bottom, they're the class of the division, and I don't see any really big moves they made here.
Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
if he's healthy, that's a huge move.
Yeah, that's true. That hurts. That hurts. I forgot about him. That hurts the Browns a lot.
Yeah.
What happened to Joe Milton? What happened to him? Is he not there anymore?
I think he's still with the Texans.
So they want to have a 1-2 punch.
No, Joe Milton went to somewhere else.
Did he?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, let's see the departures.
Let's
see where he went. I don't see it.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
he's still there.
Else.
Yep. So anyway, good young quarterback, still learning. And he's another one.
Can his wide receivers stay on the field?
Right. Can his wide receivers stay on the field? That is the question. They need another Andre Johnson, a tank that can take anything. You know what I mean?
Who can't walk now, but yes.
He can't walk now, but
him and
he
Calvin
was on
Johnson.
the field every game. He never got hurt. This team is probably the class of the division. Then you've got the Colts. Oh my God. Is Daniel Jones going to be starting week 1?
No. Richardson's
you think
healthy.
Richardson's okay?
Now, will he stay healthy is the question.
No.
But I think week 1 he's fine.
Is he going to survive the first game? That's the question.
Yeah, right. And I mean, here's the thing. I think he's tougher than Tua, but he still seems to get hurt when he takes it down and runs it. But it's more his lower extremities. It's not a concussion deal. It's his joints and his lower extremities that happens to.
Tua's just got a soft head. That's what's going on.
Right. Yeah. He's got a soft body, which is strange for a friggin' Samoan guy. It really is. But Richardson, my God, did we see better highlights than those deep balls that he would connect on last year? My God, that guy could throw a deep pass, man. But of course, you had the game where he tapped out in the middle of a drive. That did not help him at all. And I think it was a good move for them to bench him and teach him a lesson about that. I hope the guy develops, because those deep balls, we live for that shit. I know I do. As much as I hated the Steelers back in the day, there was nothing prettier than Terry Bradshaw hucking it 50 yards to one of his receivers, man. It's always great to see a really strong arm quarterback let one loose. But he's got to develop, though. And that's the thing. What the learning curve with him, that's what you got to worry about. Daniel Jones as the backup. I don't know. Has he just been in a bad system, or is he just a bad quarterback? I mean, that's the question with him, right? It's not like he hadn't had receivers. What's that kid's name from LSU plays for the Giants? He's really good.
How about Neighbors?
Neighbors. You got
that guy put everything on the line. When I was watching their games, just did not give up. He was the lone bright spot for sure.
Right. He is the lone bright spot. Now that Saquon's gone, he's the guy on that offense. He is. But we'll see what happens with the Colts. I still see him being at the bottom. The Jaguars, new head coach. I don't know. As long as Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback, I don't really care what the Jaguars do. I really don't. It's a shame he went there. It's because they're a bad football team. So, the Tennessee Titans, every time I think this team's out of the mix, they end up doing well. It's really strange. I think they're going to be, they're not, I don't think they're going anywhere. They picked up Tyler Lockett. He's an old man now.
Yeah, he's still.
But he kept himself healthy. He goes.
Yes,
down.
He has. I love Tyler, but
and he's got something that a lot of wide receivers playing now don't seem to have, and that's good hands.
Yeah. So, who's their starter now? They've gone away from Levis, haven't they? I'm not sure.
Well, Levis is out for the season.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he had season-ending surgery.
Yeah.
That's right. They've got a rookie quarterback they're going to be starting,
Yeah.
aren't they? Yeah, that's right. I forgot. What's that kid's name? Oregon? Wasn't he from Oregon?
That Dylan Gabriel?